Lucky Luke is a Western comic book series created by Belgian cartoonist Morris. The main character is known as the man who shoots faster than his shadow. Lucky Luke and his trusty horse Jolly Jumper are pitted against various villains, some inspired by American folklore such as Calamity Jane and Billy the Kid. Lucky Luke is actually the model for Woody in Disney's Toy Story. This is the first cartoony style featured on this channel, so I was keen to revisit childhood memories to make this video. Since I can read in French, I grew up with the likes of Gaston Lagaffe, Astérix and Obélix, Spirou, and of course Tintin. Lucky Luke was my favorite. The character, despite being a cartoon, is not over-the-top expressive like other heroes of this genre. He's not menacing either.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Just chill and efficient in his do-gooder activities.
Sure. Same as they wear pants.
I love the Western landscapes, which led me to the Blueberry series, and still to this day much admire the works of Master Mobius. While doing these studies, what jumped out about Master Morris's technique was the detail accuracy, like the riding kit on the horse, and how that blanket is folded over. He could have just drawn a quick rectangular cloth, but it looks legit the way he did it. It's apparent that much research went into developing this little world. Although simplified, everything in the drawing is there and logical. I heard Karl Kopinski say in an interview how important it is to get the details of the kits right. It sells a story to the viewer like, this is the real deal, Lucky Luke's cowboy kit is authentic. For this study, I'm focused on the proportions more so than anything else. I modified the composition to fit the dimensions of my sketchbook, so I'm not concerned about that. There's no rendering for the shading, just clear lines of varied weights. Except there's no system for his choice of line weights. I noticed the line quality is inconsistent in his other pieces too. Typically in comics and manga, outlines taper from bold to thin as the object gets closer to the viewer or to the light source. It's the opposite technique in the classical approach to pen and ink. The furthest the elements are from the viewer, the thinner the lines. Morris follows neither protocol when it comes to line weights. It could be because he inks with a brush. Brushes are so finicky, so I can understand that. The style is more about the action and the colors, particularly the use of color blocking. It's a big part of the narrative, which I'd say creates an overall cohesion despite the insurgent line weights. The color blocking in some of the panels reminds me of silhouette technique used in black and white, and it contributes to the storytelling immensely. In comics, storytelling takes priority over any of the other art fundamentals. At least that's what I've learned so far from studying other masters in the comic and manga category. For the ink application, I practice my brushwork. I used a size 01 round watercolor brush for the outlines and solid blacks, then the finishing with a Hunt 102 crow quill. Once the black India ink was fully dry, I started coloring the background layers first, going back to front using these translucent watercolors. My Moleskine sketchbook is a cold press mixed media paper, but it doesn't do well with wet on wet. I see some soft edges in the reference, but most is dry on dry with sharp edges. I'm not sure Morris did the colors himself here. I'm guessing this is either gouache, acrylic, or either way more opaque than my transparent watercolors. It therefore takes patience drawing the colors between applications, but it's working all right to simulate the effects for our pen and ink mixed media piece here. I hope that you enjoyed this quick study of a cartoony style and are inspired to revisit some of your childhood favorites. I certainly had fun getting reacquainted with Lucky Luke. If you did as well, give it a like, subscribe for more, and best of luck with your projects.